The 4 years of nothing happening we have coming up. You mean if Biden is elected? Well, I think most people at this point will take nothing over more of Trump, but I agree, even if Biden wins, it's not like, I mean, you still have like such an insane divide. Kind of sad. Like nothing's gonna fix it. I mean, only like time. I wonder how Bernie would have done in the election. It's pretty impossible to know. I know that the polls had Bernie favored over Biden against Trump, I think, but Trump's attack might have been more effective against Bernie in the long run. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if it's hindsight or what, but I feel like, quote unquote, strategically, if your goal was just to beat Trump, you know, I wonder if Biden wasn't the smartest choice, unfortunately. Yeah, Kanye tweeted Kanye 2024 was the election map behind him. That's pretty funny. I didn't even know about that. My brother told me. All right, what's going on here? Elvish Glimmer gets +2/+2 as long as there are 3 or more land cards in your graveyard. 2 taps, so Field of Runes not super effective right now. Well, you just get to ramp with Flagstone. It's pretty sick. Sorry about the chewing. Oh, we're playing against Mini Karsten. Karstinen? So the problem is if I Verdict, they just have 6 mana next turn. They probably have a second Cavern of Souls in their deck. How bad can that card be? Did he just not play a land last turn? Oh, they just didn't play a land, so they might not have the land in... Oh, but they can go Flagstone into another Flagstone and have 6 mana. Then Titan. Can I win if I don't Verdict right away, though? Probably not. Oh well. I was gonna go Verdict and see what happens. What's the thinking was delay? Just good with Teferi, and I think even when you don't draw Teferi, it's still good. Basically, people have been playing, you know, a mix of Mana Leaks and Remands and Logic Nuts and stuff, and I just wanted to try delay. And I did well in the league. I tried delay, so I stuck with it. See if it's any good. Alright, I'm getting blown out. The problem was it wasn't getting better, right? I could keep chaining Flagstone, get Field of the Dead. Maybe it was Field of Ruin plus Verdict that can manage what they were trying to do. In honor of Gab, I'm making my coffee tomorrow in a French press first time. I have one. I'm too lazy to use it. I have one because when my friend comes over, she likes to French press the coffee, so... But I never use it. I've never used it. Trump is going off again. Can I take one hit? Well, I guess if I was going to do that, I should have played Field of Ruin. Alright, let me see if that's the version from the challenge. No, it's not. I guess I'll just Verdict and hope for the best. don't think that's going to work out. I think maybe Field of Ruin was the play here. Take a hit. Isn't every French person given a French press by the government? Yeah, it's starter pack, French starter pack. A French press, a beret, a striped sweater, pack of cigarettes, bottle of red wine. I think French onion soup is actually not a super typical French thing. I feel like maybe it was my out to just play Verdict and hope their hand is absolutely nothing, but Reclaimer was pretty gross. This seems good. I don't know how many sweepers he wants. Kind of rusty. Alright, how do I sideboard in this matchup? I think I'm on all the path, all the verdicts. I think you need Force for Veil. I think maybe Snapcaster is not that great. I don't know if you need Shark Typhoon in this matchup. What do you think, chat? Definitely not Condemn. I think Surgical is awkward because you're not even really countering the Titan a lot of the time. It's like Delay or Ether Gust. I don't know if you need all the sweepers. I'm not actually sure how the games play out. I think Mentor is reasonable. Sometimes you can just out-tempo them. I could like cut a Verdict for a Mentor, for instance. Surgical on lands. Torpor would be good. I could do like no sweepers and just hope to like stop them in their tracks. I'm gonna do that. And Force of Negation I think is good, but I'm not sure. They have Pag, they're gonna have Veil. You guys really want Chips ASMR? I mean, I don't mind a little ASMR, but Chip sounds pretty intense. I think Oscar Pod is this first person I see that say they didn't really like the Queen's Gambit. I've only won it, but yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I think it's next on our list. Just finished watching second season of Umbrella Academy. Have I watched Future Man? No. I don't know what Future Man is. It's like Umbrella Academy, but way better. Okay. What do you think, chat? Field of Ruin on the Flagstone? Seems like a solid play. I don't think Umbrella Academy is perfect or whatever, but I like the acting and I got, you know, attached to most of the characters. Yeah, apparently the Queen's Gambit reminded a lot of Magic players of like GPs and whatnot. Oh, that was interesting and funny. Oh, they're down to one card. I guess that's the game where I did mulligan a bunch. I shouldn't do that on the stream, picking with my teeth. Probably eating chips on the stream is just a bad idea overall. Alright, what's my play next turn? Just path. Snap path right away. And have delay up. Got a meeting, G-Champ. Safe from asinine comments for at least 15 minutes. Nah, dude, you're good. You're one of my favorites. Not only because you're very generous with the bits. I'm pretty lucky, honestly. My reg viewers, or the ones who chat anyways, I'm sure the lurkers are also amazing, but they're kind of gas. You're kind of gas. Except for the one I won't name. I won't name who just gets on my nerves all the time. No, I'm joking. There's no one that actually gets on my nerves. I should say that, and then everyone's going to be like, is it me? Put a like. Hey, Merv Dog? No, Merv Dog doesn't even really hang out anymore. Merv Dog has deserted us. Rank my mods. Preference. Wow. That is just... They're actually all such gas. It's literally Autumn, G-Champ, Kang, and Superwalk. But obviously my favorite is MTG Bot. Easy MTG Bot. Weird Champ trying to cast Veil of Summer at instant speed was a Teferian play. Been spotted. Alright. So, I wonder if it's a bluff or they actually have Veil in hand. That'd be pretty sick if they didn't have Veil. Wait, he deleted Descend? I didn't realize he deleted good commands. I thought he did mostly a good job deleting some bad commands. Wow, that card's really good. It's any lands or it's just basic? No, it's just basic, right? Okay, do I care? I don't think I care. Descent is one of the greatest... wow, he got rid of Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, I don't know why he did that. He went on a power trip. Alright, let's see if we can go off here. I get to bounce my Snapcaster next turn if I want to. Ooh. Do I bounce Snapcaster? It's a tiny bit awkward if I bounce Snapcaster and I don't draw a land. What if I just plus for now? When's the thingy coming back? Not next turn, turn after that. Oh, whatever. Easy land. Bajukabog? Excuse me? Mystic Sanctuary. So we know they only have one card, so I can put maybe Ether Gust back on top. And then snap a charm. Finally, best card in Modern. I don't think Fail Push would be in Historic without fetches. It's good in Pioneer, right? And you have Field of Rune. And Fabled Passage. Should I counter that? I have Gust. But they know I have Gust. I guess there's no reason to gamble, right? It'd be pretty greedy, but I feel like... Do they have white spells that I want to counter? That I care about? Alright, an actual win condition. Hearts Titan Exile was delay. The delay technology. I don't know if you heard of it. It's counterspell, except it's easier to cast. Opponent? Opponent just doesn't want to call the race. Refuses to concede. Got him. Man. I guess if they're not going to scoop, I should start attacking. They have Grazer too to block. What happened to the Is it as first old deck that made elephant tokens? Not sure. I think that deck's kind of alright. It's not super consistent. Alright, good to know they do have Boil. Probably just doing themselves not a service here. They're letting me see more. Isn't the like card disadvantage? Well, it can be. Not if you have the Fairy Time Raveler in play. The spell gets stuck when it comes back, or by the time it comes back, it's, you know, kind of irrelevant. I guess they're back ahead on time. Which is maybe what they're playing for. No, looks like they scooped. Alright. So what did we see? Veil, the 1/1. I mean, didn't really learn too much. Veil and Boil. Snapcaster is kind of good to protect the fairy. The question, is Verdict ever going to be good? It's usually okay in these matchups. Same for Path. Path was pretty good. The tutors for Gadok-Teeg. I mean, when you play against that deck, you just have to have their turn 1/1/2. I feel like you almost have to. Or else they just chain the... They just chain the Flagstones and get you. Could have Spells there. We saw Call and we saw... I don't know, I don't think they play Explore. We did see Call and Gadok-Teeg. You like Condemn, but you know what Condemn does? They're not attacking with their 1/2. Condemn doesn't do anything against them. Veto could be okay as well. That's at 4 delays. Maybe Explosives is good enough. You give them 1 activation. They go like turn 1 to 1/2. You go turn 1 Explosives, and if they don't have Flagstone in their hand, then it's not too bad. I think I have to keep, but I feel like that hand just auto loses to the 1/2. Hey, Francisco. Wow, I streamed Modern one time, and Well, you're gonna be happy, Francisco. I'm about to lose to whatever that is. Thanks for the raid, bud. If you miss my modern streams, you should maybe check out Francisco's channel. He streams a lot of modern. Yeah, right on time. They got the nuts too. Rip. Let's see if I can beat their value engine. Probably not. Games feels pretty over already. How am I doing? I'm good. What about you? What's been good and fun in modern for you? I'm kind of an arena slave right now. They got me. How broken that thing Reclaimer is? Seems unbeatable. Seems like this game was almost over on turn 1. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan. No gust, no path. I mean, path wouldn't have helped me much to add a second Reclaimer. Is that the best version of Titan? What's the best version of Titan, Francisco? What should I record my channel Fireball video was? Anything good and cool, a bit different, something I haven't... It's not easy to come, when you don't play Modern at all, it's not super easy to come up with a deck to play for channel Fireball. Because I don't want to be like totally clueless when I'm playing the deck too. Yeah, Amulet struggles against the blue decks. What does the Reclaimer version struggle against? I could try the Selective Memory deck, but it has all these mythic cards. I wonder if they're expensive. I mean, I could bite the bullet. Alright, I guess, I mean, Jace doesn't even do anything. It just dies instantly. But the more I wait, the worse it gets. Alright, this is gonna go well. They might even just have a boil, honestly. It feels so bad to just like... I mean, I guess it's just a bad matchup. Feels pretty bad to feel like you've lost on turn 1. The Reclaimer version struggles against fast combo, yeah. I guess Rest in Peace is pretty good against that version. That would have been a nice card to have. I don't know, the Reclaimer version doesn't look very fun. Seems pretty mind-numbing. Sorry. It doesn't look very interesting. Especially if you have a bunch of polarized matchups. Rip's not very good, really? I mean, it kind of negates Reclaimer, right? Do I need to bounce Sanctuary, or... I guess if I bounce Sanctuary, they can just probably get a Ghost Quarter or something. So that's not even gonna work. Actually, I shouldn't even draw my fetch land. They have a land that does something against that. On tap. Oh no, they're just using it because it's gonna be tapped. I'm dumb. Yeah, I actually don't want to draw that fetch land. I just need to find a verdict, I guess. Because I was thinking I would go for the Cryptic Sanctuary or Cryptic Command Sanctuary loop, but they can draw out of it and they can just get a Field of Ruin or Ghost Quarter or whatever they have and make the Cryptic Command fizzle by using Ghost Quarter on Mystic Sanctuary. I'm guessing I'm close to 0%, but you never know. Has some good draw steps. It's not gonna matter, but maybe I should have Cryptic Command in one more time. I think I need to draw land plus 5 mana to Fairy to have a shot. That's probably exactly it. To maybe have a tiny chance. Nope. Do I snap Cryptic or? How do I get out of this mess? I'm actually dead. You can just Ghost Quarter themselves. Let's see if they see the line. I definitely missed it. Alright, they didn't see the line. Oh yeah, I don't know how many basics they have. That's a good point. They might not have more than 5 basics. Maybe I was just supposed to go for the Cryptic Mystic Sanctuary line and hope they somehow don't know about the Ghost Quarter thingy, but that seems like totally unrealistic. I'm not sure why I'm playing. Why not? Modern leagues are so random. One league you'll play against all aggro decks and you'll just play against Titan twice in a row. Alright, this matchup should be way more winnable. Delay is just too good. By the time it comes back, I won't even care anymore. It won't matter. It might still matter. Well, I was supposed to just Jace minus. I didn't even consider Jace minus. Not sure why I wouldn't consider Jace minus. I think they concast the Titan super easily if I Jace minus. That's probably kind of bad. Yes, yes, do your soup. Are you gonna get Carnage Tyrant chat? So they just lose if I have Cryptic Command or Field of Ruin. Oh, it's very very ballsy play. I'm not sure what I actually want here. I don't think Mounting Dride's very good. Doesn't accomplish that much for me. Oh, the Zuza has haste. Wow. I'm a noob. Forgot how delay worked. That's funny. Delay confirmed unplayable. I think anyone with redshirt blue-white Yorion in NPL after its preference last time? No, I'd be shocked if anyone does. I'm not even sure blue-white Yorion beats Skrull. It's awful against rogues. I think Genji's playing blue-white Yorion in Rivals. Maybe his version is good. He was playing 80 cards and he was playing a bunch of Archons and stuff. Should have traded my Snapcaster for a Zuza probably. Is delay playable when you don't have to fair? I think it's pretty good. Wasn't it pretty good this game? Like, I slowed him down, and then by the time it came back, it was like kind of whatever. And then it's also good against counter spells. It's a hard counter against a counter spell. 60 card Yorion better. I think my experience was a bit better with 60 card Yorion, but you get so few matches in, it's hard to really say. No, they're actually playing that card. Do another one? Biden officially win Michigan? Well, is it close enough that Trump's going to ask for a recount like in Wisconsin? Did I follow elections last night? Yeah, I saw your tweet. Sorry I didn't stream it. I figured it would be like super slow and we'd just sit there like... And I guess we could have just memed for like hours, but... I figured by the time I got tired, that would be when it would like become maybe really interesting. I guess the fact that Florida was interesting, and then the whole Ohio. I mean, I felt like it was we had CNN on because we don't have a ton of choice. We actually have CNN via our like French cable network, and it was kind of tilting. They just like they didn't really go too much into details and explain like why the votes were they were like that, and you know they made it sound like Ohio was like kind of close and it ended up being not close at all. I don't know. Hey, ATM Pulse for 8 months. Thanks, bud. The big stories from last night were Florida and Arizona. Yeah. Let's see if we can find a Teferi. When's stuff coming back? I have a turn or two. Canadian coverage of the election was just guests roasting Trump for hours. Yeah, I didn't look at what the French coverage was like. There was also like all the takes, like some of the takes made no, like people are like, I don't know if that's true or not, but the whole like, oh look, people would have voted for Bernie because people are for $15 wages. And they're like, I'm like, aren't they just for $15 wages because it's better for them? But they're still like, yeah, sure, they're going to vote for what's better for them, but they're probably still going to vote for Trump because for some reason, I don't know. So that's one of the reasons why I think delay is kind of good, because by the time they get to cast their spells again, hopefully you have a way to deal with them or they're not as impactful. Yeah, a lot of people who vote for Trump are voting in their wallet because they care about something else more, but when you just ask them in a vacuum, like, are you for higher wages? It's not shocking that they just say yes, because why not, you know? I mean, I'm guessing a lot of them don't make very high wages, so they're like, well, nice. But I don't think it means that because you're voting for a bunch of stuff Bernie wants or whatever, they're like quote unquote far left wants. It means when you have to pick between Bernie and Trump, you're going to pick Bernie. Notice how I use far left in air quotes, Solent. Relax, bud. Alright, this matchup's a bit easier. Do I want explosives? I don't think so. I don't think Amulet is the scary card, really. I don't know if this is good or not. Watch out for Boil. Yeah, I'll try. Trump's the hardest working president in history, yeah. It's just so insane, like, literally his whole... Everything's just based on the lies he's saying. He, like, just repeats them, and it just works. Like, all he does is, like, lie and repeat them enough, and, yep. Like, it's, like, mind-boggling. It's literally all it is. Just, I mean, I guess he's the greatest con man in the history of the world. I don't think you can really argue if you're basing on results anyways. I'm gonna be result oriented.
I am so emotionally drained watching the election unfold. Time to come here and relax and
listen to numbers you read out. I think you get way too greedy, Jaikoi. It wasn't even close. Thanks for the resub though. 38 months was a tier 1. I think. Wasn't that also 38 months for end of turn impulse? Yeah, it was. You and him. You and them. You and impulse. Alright, so they have a 2 on top. Can I just let them have it? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Francisco's losing his mind over there, watching some of these plays, and then they just scoop. That's the blue-white effect. People just give up. Feels bad, kind of. Ah, yes, blue-white control. I could be dead before the game even started, but I think I have to keep. It's back, chat. Speaking of sworn enemies. I just call it scrolling, but yeah. Oh yeah, delay is good with processors too. Oh, it's boggles. No, I don't want to have to relive this. Dude, it was so dirty.
Yeah.
I actually got the rules changed. That's how bad it was. What's my most tilting MTG moment? I don't know. So how does that work with Field of Ruin? That was pretty tilting. Basically, my opponent was playing the Forced Art of Dryad Arbor and put it in their lands when they played it. And, you know, obviously I can only assume, but I'm assuming that was their plan going into the tournament to try and get their opponents, because it was like a pretty uncommon print. Like, it's a full version, and even if you think it's like a nicer art, or if it's like the only art you own, it almost 100% crosses your mind that that scenario could come up and you could get your opponent that way. I don't know why I used Field of Ruin since I have Chase to bounce it anyways. Yes, I gotta start somewhere. You know, that was really bad. Ooh, that was really good though. Anyways, do I do Jace first? Probably. Like, if you're gonna, I feel like if you're gonna play that art, you should at least announce the card Dryad Arbor when you play it. It's like common, kind of common gamesmanship, if you want to call it. What happened exactly in that video? My opponent played the foil version of Dryad Arbor that looks a lot like a basic forest, and he put it in his lands. So I just thought it was basic forest, and then I made a really bad attack considering the fact he had Dryad Arbor in play, and I got wrecked. Blame Watsy, not the OP? I don't think that's... I think you can blame both. I agree it could be honest. I mean... But I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty sketchy. I have a hard time convincing me, you know. Would it also be my fault? Yeah, I think it's also my fault. I agree. I mean, all these things are not exclusive. It's not illegal, but it can be considering cheating. Obviously, you can't say it's cheating because you can't be in my opponent's head. But cheating is like trying to gain an unfair advantage. So if in my opponent's head his reasoning was like, I'm gonna play that art at forest or that art of Dried Arbor, and when I play it, I'm gonna put it in my lands and not announce it to my opponent and hope my opponent thinks it's a forest, then I mean some people are gonna call it angle shooting, but I don't think there's a difference. If you go out of your way to like gain an unfair advantage, even if it's like within the rules, I don't know. Maybe calling it was cheating is not right, but that's literally what cheating is, trying to gain an unfair advantage. You know, the guy who never heard anything scummy. I mean, you don't have to be like scum of the earth to do that. And I mean, whatever. It's like not fair to him. I guess I shouldn't. Maybe I'm being unreasonable now. My opponent's asking what's going on with Spirit Dancer. Mud got changed. Yeah, they said you couldn't play that art in tournaments. I don't know. I felt the same way in poker. Like when people call something angle shooting. I never really thought there was a difference. Like either it's in the rules or you can do it or you're cheating. Angle shooting is like a nice way of saying cheating. Like can you angle shoot in poker? I mean, like sometimes someone will do like, you know, like act like they have a bad hand or act like they haven't looked at their card first. But I don't think that's cheating. I think it's like part of live poker. And then sure, you can trick your opponent, but also if you do it, it can like backfire. So it's kind of like, it's like a gamble, right? It's like the person who's like, you know, who like acts like he has a bad hand or stuff. It's not like cheating. And I don't think it's angle shooting. It's like, okay, you want to, you know, be an actor and like sometimes you're going to get them. And sometimes people are going to be like, well, obviously this guy has the nuts because he wouldn't be trying so hard if so. All right, I'm at 2. I still have a. All right, that was a decent draw. Actually, I should maybe put delay back on top. So I can just make a 4/4 shark. Go down to 1. Did I submit a good deck again? Did I break it? I don't know. I'm honestly not sure if my deck is good or not. I mean, obviously I don't think it's like terrible or anything, but it's hard to say before you see what other people brought and if you miss something or... Would you call not clarifying the rules cheating or angle shooting? Like once I let my opponent name Underworld Connections with his Pithing Needle, then I activated my swamp. I kind of felt skeezy, but it was a pretty... No, I mean, that's their mistake. That's them not knowing the rules. No, you did nothing wrong if you didn't correct your opponent. I mean, obviously, if I was playing at F&M or something, or if it was a new player, and it wasn't like an important match, I'd probably tell them like, you need to name Swamp or whatever. But no, it's like 0% cheating. Shouldn't, I mean, especially in a GP or something, you're supposed to know the rules. I don't remember if I just have some bad cards on top. Krushtag, thanks for the Prime sub. You're never totally out of the woods against Boggles just because The deck just interacts so poorly with what they're trying to do. I have to discard to hand size. I just shuffle a delay away. I'm just not paying a lick of attention. That's cool. Whoops. Should I begin to Fate Seal? No, I should just find Snapcaster, my second Shark Typhoon, a 5-mana Teferi, and more counter spells. I think going after the creature is easier, even though I have Force of Negations and stuff in my deck. I mean, I think this game's effectively over. Just have to go through the motions. I mean, I even have like Snap and Jace plus Snapcaster. Maybe I should start plussing Jace actually, especially because I have Snapcaster. Doesn't sound that bad actually. And this is part of the game where you kind of hope you're opening scoops. All right, chat. Just for you. Only you. Well, I heard it works in Modern as well. People just scoop to the hardcast Shark Typhoon. Ooh, I have the 1 explosives. This matchup's probably pretty bad. I don't have much. I think Cryptic's kind of bad in this matchup. I think Jace is also kind of bad. They won me the game, but they could have killed it, I think. They even said something about not killing the Jace in chat. Being a fail mistake. I don't know. It's kind of like it's really hard to win with Jace, but it's also really hard to win without Jace, kind of a spot, I feel. Maybe Force is just too bad. Maybe forcing an Aura is just not a winning strat at all. Maybe Mentor Cryptic Jace can be good. Fairy might be even worse than Jace. Same for Veto. Gus is legit against Boggles? Is it? Oh yeah, you just get rid of the Umbra, the green Umbra maybe? Alright, I'm down. I think Force in theory sounds kind of good, but I feel like in practice it's just a pipe dream. I think Charm might just be way too slow. I can see cutting the Charms. What if I gain control of their Umbra? I wonder if Force is good, if Force is a viable plan. Maybe Force plus Verdict is viable. I honestly have no idea. And I think you have to keep in path because of course Spirit Dancer. Yeah, Teferi might just be absolute garbage. I could see that as well. Shave some paths? No. I don't like shaving path because then sometimes they just have to keep a Core Spirit Dancer hand, and maybe that's one of the ways you can win. They like mulligan to Core Spirit Dancer and then just don't have it. Kept kind of a sketchy hand. I don't know what a good hand looks like. My 1 explosives maybe. That's probably a mulligan. Well. Well, we have outs. As they say during the elections, I have a path to victory. They were really big on that. What's his path to victory? Never mind. I don't have a path to victory. I skillfully muted myself. Munson! I wonder if Shark Typhoon can be good. Just a blocker. Maybe not. That was good for me. It did like kind of save me. Respect the Shark Typhoon. Muting again. I checked. I don't know why it would be muted again, but you got me. Can you use force to make sure counter one creature? And force doesn't counter creatures, it's just non-creatures. I'll do one force. Warum nicht? What do you think about Terminus? My podcast co-host likes it. Harry likes it. He thinks the blue-eyed Terminus version, Miracle version, was counterbalanced pretty good. Dispute can counter Boggle turn 1. Wow. I actually never realized that, and no one ever mentioned it. That's kind of legit, honestly. I would have Dispute on the play. Just 200 IQ over there. Just my average viewer in their 200 IQ. No big deal. Not sure why anyone would be surprised, honestly. Did I miss Kaladesh review? No. Maybe I'll do one. Reviews are not easy. I don't really like doing reviews because I feel like I'm just going to be being like, maybe it'll be good. Or, it's kind of okay. Or, I don't know. People are expecting like the hot takes and the like 5D takes or whatever. Oh, cool. Well, good news is your creature doesn't have trample. Man. Awkward mana. Rip. This is a bit unlucky. Blue-white life. Same deck list or new? No, we got to submit a new deck list. Thank God. Can you imagine if you had stuck with the same deck list? And it'd be pretty boring too for people to watch. Problem is, I don't think cube videos sell as many cards as modern videos can sell. Lord Beerus, this one's for you. Oh, Boris Burn. Rolling Vortex. Should I counter it now? Should I bounce it? I don't want to counter it now, I think. Could have just said go is opt up. Maybe try and find a path if they have another creature. Whenever a player casts that spell, if no one else spins cast the spell, roll it. Wow. Forgot about that part. Alright, we're in pretty decent shape. Almost as good as it gets, honestly, in Sparran. The matchup for Jace Plus. The spot for Jace Plus. Hardcast Shark Typhoon. Jace Plus. It's your lucky day, chat. I think Eidolon sucks against my hand. For obvious reasons. I'll put Searing Blades on the bottom. Kind of depends if they have a spell or not. I guess I'll bottom. I'm not sure if I've ever killed someone a burn deck was Jace Ultimate, actually. Because I'm usually just brainstorming. Because it's just the right play. I might brainstorm now, honestly. How does that work? Fine, fine. Let's keep plussing. I'm in a playful mood tonight. I'll give the people what the people want. How to conceded, because I have a land in hand. For the people, by the people. Oh, look at that ley line. Spicy. And that condemn. Wow, my deck's actually pretty decent against burn. I don't know about all these charms. Maybe delay's better. I guess I should board out. Did I not bring in my timely? Well, if I draw a delay, we'll say it's the timely. Brutal. Classic. Classic ley lines. Name a more iconic duo. Ley line and top card of your library. You cannot. There's no more iconic duo. I'm not in bad shape. They didn't have a second creature, and I mean, Leyline's still going to be good on turn 4. Wow. You'll love to see it. Start the turn by sacking a canyon. Put it on top. Nice. Do I shuffle it away? No, I'll just play my colonnade. Since I have the verdict for it. Maybe they'll go double Eidolon. That'd be sick. I forgot to cast Opt. Whoops. I'm making a few mistakes this game, not gonna lie. Alright, I'll play the ley line first. Yeah, pretty loose. I'm gonna play a third game. Excuse me? Wow. Just getting worked here, chat. Wow, it feels bad. I took 2 damage for no reason. As I like to say, there's really nothing I could have done this game. Nothing I could have done differently. Sometimes you just get unlucky. Wait, what did I put back on top? I forgot that Goblin guy didn't play. Just unlucky. Just bad luck. Think they have Borstrom chat? Unlucky. JBL. Why do I have all these sweepers? I should probably have some Shark Typhoons. Focus? Why? It's more fun when I'm just punting left and right. Might have still won that game if I had encountered that skull crack. Don't love my hand. It's a bit awkward. Not delay, yeah. Gotta worry about Skullcrag though. Could have played Purge on my turn to not enable Spectacle. That's fair. I might just be better, so I'm gonna do it no matter what. I guess I lose. Other tapping out. I'm just gonna use a force now. Not gonna be too greedy. Get rid of the charm. Alright, no skull crack. I guess they probably didn't have skull crack, period. I think they would have just played the Swift Steer and said go if they did. Timely Craigas? Isn't Timely your like most hated card ever, Lord Barris? Like the card you lose to the most? You're just a good sport. Or is more annoying. Oh. Yeah, I could have just drawn that Sanctuary, right? Oops. Kind of works. They conceded? Didn't you? Perfect hand. Could be anything. Are eggs back on the menu? Any idea what's going on, chat? Breach? I tried the modern miracle list was counterbalanced at all. No, I could record a video with miracles tomorrow. That'd be an idea. Land. This song will drive you mad. This song will drive you mad. Da 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 da. This song will drive you mad. This song will drive you mad. Why did I minus Teferi? Oh, we should have known it was Urza. Oh well. Punt. Should I just bounce the construct for now? Ah man, I'm so dumb. How did no one call Urza? Of course someone did. Oops. Auto tap her, please. Yeah, I don't play much Modern anymore, so I don't really know about matchups. Just play this deck for fun, this mediocre deck. Could have put back Path or Force on top, but I'm not sure which one I want. Maybe Force in case I have another Foundry. I think waiting is fine. What could go wrong? Weird for one. They're just gonna get Pithing Needle. Beats. Looks like they're out of gas though. I didn't know that existed, but obviously it does. Why would it not exist? Alright, let's try and play this fast. Pretty much going through the motions at this point. I'm guessing they have a bunch of fail pushes in hand. That makes sense. Alright. You get the card advantage of Urza. I forgot about that. Alright, I'm kind of playing loose. Should be getting pathing Urza ASAP. Yeah. Bonsoir, Shiplock Holmes. I have a billion options. I'm going to play it safe. Do snap on Cryptic. And then block their token. Could have activated Colonnade. And if they don't do anything, I can just bounce the needle and get a draw step off Teferi. Card advantage. Not bad. What are jamming into? I mean, they should have something good, right? I'm gonna counter it anyways. What's the worst that could happen? Not Urza. Urza and spell. Alright, that was loose, countering engineer. Really loose. Played that game pretty poorly. It all started was me minusing Teferi right away. When it was kind of obvious what we were up against. This song will drive you mad. This song will drive you mad. Do 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 do. Ooh, Harry's playing. He might still be streaming on his channel, Harry MTG. He's playing $100 grudge match. Jeez. Nikachu MTG was the raid of 50. Welcome everyone. Thanks for the raid, Nikachu. If you want to introduce yourself, because I don't know who you are. Maybe I should. But appreciate the raid. Playing my last match of the night. Playing a little modern tonight. Nikachu is a Merfolk master. Merfolk gets a bad rep. It's a pretty solid deck. Well, no introduction needed apparently. Sounds like I'm the only one who don't know who you are. Pirate Spellbomb. Sure. I mean, it doesn't even do anything. Probably just gonna cycle it. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can run down the basics. Who said Colonnade was bad, by the way? Who dared saying Colonnade was bad? Everyone. You're just trying to shield yourself. The mantle of everyone. A reasonable opponent. Don't want to slug through garbage time. I like that. Sweepers are decent against them. Veto's okay. Explosives could be good. Dispute's pretty good. Charm's pretty good. I think Purge's probably pretty good. I think Force is kind of mediocre against them. That can save you from quick combo. I think Verdict's usually pretty good. Why Wrath instead of Fourth Verdicts because of Meddling Mage. That's what people usually do when they have one in the sideboard. You assume you're going to bring it against people who don't have counter spells anyways. And in matchup where Force of Negation is not very good. Definitely one Dispute. Definitely one the 2 Purge. Thanks, Purge. I can see Shark Typhoon being raisable. I guess I don't need 4 Verdicts. I'm going to trim a Path, trim a Verdict. Play an extra Charm, play an extra Darwin's Veto maybe. Pourquoi une seule des lines blanches en side? Parce que c'est une carte pas terrible, mais t'es content d'en piocher une. Bit soft to the combo. Do I have any clips from my first ever stream? I don't think so. I couldn't tell you really what my first ever stream was. It was back when we used to... I started streaming because we had our playtest group, the Pantheon, and we figured if we all streamed once a week for like 3 or 4 hours, that would be like, you know, there was like 14 of us or 15 of us, that would be like a full schedule, and we would have like a kind of a Twitch channel for our team. Because we're thinking, oh, maybe if there's like sponsors in Magic, we're building our brand and stuff. But it didn't really stick, except I kind of enjoyed it. So when I got fed up with poker, thought I'd give streaming a shot. Quel match-up? Burn. Les jeux où il y a beaucoup de discard. Someone's asking about the white ley line. The sewer brand. How do I play that? Do I just say okay and verdict? Do I path for now? I think I kind of just like verdict. That'd be a good movie title. Pantheon Origin. Magic the Origins. Wasn't that literally the name of the set though? Solent. You're so jaded, buddy. A little negative, a little disillusioned, maybe is a word. More than jaded. You've lost all hope. It's not over, bud. J-Koi, nice try. You lose again. What's the new text-to-speech beta amount? I think it should work. I think 100 is bits, right? 100's the minimum for the text, but I'm not sure. Doesn't Cherry X-Man has it set at 1 bit? And people just spam him with 1 bit donation, and then I was like, dude, it's awful. And he's like, no, it adds up. It adds up. Apparently he just rakes it in. Is it 5? Is it 5 his min or 1? Yeah, I mean, if you have 1 bit minimum, then people can just take over your stream. Speaking of, I'm not sure what that has to do with taking over my stream, but shout out to my sponsor, Channel Fireball. If you need to buy cards or sell cards, and you want to support the stream at the same time, you can do so by engaging with Channel Fireball and buying cards from there using code yellowhat, or sell your cards super easily with you box it, we buy it. And obviously they sell singles, they say box product. Stream's also sponsored by Ultimate Guard. I'm actually not sure if Channel Fireball sells Ultimate Guard product, or if you want like the Katana sleeves or the sweet deck boxes and stuff. You need to go directly to Ultimate Guard's website, but I'm like the worst salesman in the world. I don't know why they pay me money. Don't tell them that though. Alright, nothing super exciting to put back on top. I could start attacking them, actually, they're pretty low. How do I do both colonnade every game? I'm so lucky. Maybe you only need 1 colonnade in this meta. Maybe that would be good. Did you ever play the old World of Warcraft TCG or the new Flesh and Blood TCG? No. I think the first TCG I ever played, quote unquote, was the Star Wars one, but I'm not even sure we really knew the rules. I don't really remember. You really think they have Fail Push in their deck? Or are they baiting? I'm a bit worried. I wouldn't mind getting rid of that. That's a pretty bad play, though. You get to make a token. It's not like I played that league very well. Might as well finish what I started. Oh, I played Netrunner. Not a ton, though. I had friends who were really into Netrunner. Florent Jedon, who was teammate with the Real. He was a very good Magic player. I think maybe he was French national champion one year or did really well. And then I have a friend who used to play Magic, who actually used to own a shop at some point. I think he's been competing in ever since they did the Netrunner, the ones where it's just like kind of standalones. You just buy the one box and you can play and stuff. I think he was French national champions for a few years running or something. Yeah, Netrunner was good. I know some of the Magic players who played Netrunner thought Netrunner was a better game than Magic. Netrunner used to be a TCG. Then they changed it when it did. Netrunner might be the second best TCG ever after Magic. How's the Pokemon content on I think I asked that once before. How's the Pokemon and apparently the other World of Warcraft TCG? How's that stuff on CFB? How is the Pokemon TCG? I mean, that too, sure, but I was asking about the CFB content for Pokemon. Oh, by the way, the next CFB Pro Showdown is this weekend. If anyone has CFB Pro or thinking about getting CFB Pro, once a month there's a tournament that's free to play if you're a CFB Pro, and you get to compete for store credits, so always a good time to sign up. Delay on counter spells is pretty gas. It's basically a hard counter. Alright, GG's. They're done. I don't think they have... Yeah, they're probably drawing dead, even if I break. Why did we lose to? We lost to the 1-2. That card was unbeatable. And then we lost to... Oh, Boggles. Yeah, Boggles always tough if you're not prepared for it.